Buenos dias, Gunners Collective. Back at it? You already know. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. We going way back. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. And I slide. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. And I slide. And I slide. Bye-ya. Bye-ya. All it is, you can tell by that thumbnail right there. Let's really talk about it. Since I ain't had a lot to say about it, right? And everyone's been in my DMs. Everyone's been questioning me and asking me how I feel about Big Flacco from a convict's perspective, right? And what supposedly or allegedly he has done or not done. Don't believe everything you hear. And that's coming straight from Flacco's own mouth, huh? My phone blew up the other day. People were talking about, you know, hey, did you hear about what happened with Big Flacco? Did you hear about it? To be honest and truthful with you, I hadn't up until that point because I wasn't caring enough to keep up with that man's life and what he had going on. See, when I have a friend who was a friend in the past and has chosen to move on or has chosen not to deal with me or I've chosen not to deal with him because it works both ways, right? Well, in a menudo style, in a direct fashion, I don't care anymore. I let you do your thing and I'm going to do me. But at the end of the day, when you were once friends, when you were once, riding in that whip together, man, you still have some type of conscience. You still, man, wish him nothing but the best. That's what real ones do. Now, whether he did this crime that they're alleging that he did or not, that's not for me to say and to participate in. See, when everyone started making videos about, oh, Flacco did this and Flacco did that. Did you hear about Flacco? Listen, man, Mr. Detectives, Mr. Inspector Gadgets, stop assisting law enforcement in doing all that. Stop talking about what he did and what he didn't do, man. Stop putting all point bulletins out for that man and placing his picture and his face everywhere so everyone could see it. Now, I only did this video because Flacco has turned himself in. He self-surrendered. And that doesn't mean he's guilty. That means that man is ready to fight his case. Fight whatever they're saying he did, whatever's alleged against him. Now, I know a lot of people are saying, and you see the thumbnail, it says we need to send a prayer to Flacco. Absolutely. As a grown man and as someone that's real and has actually dealt with this Vato personally, I feel upset and bad, man. I feel bad for him. When you have a life, and you're trying to be a better man and you're trying to make a family and you're trying to do your thing, no one is going to help you. No one sees what's going on behind the scenes with you and your familia. Everybody just has a lot to say, but no one really knows the real deal. Holyfield with 2 ears. Nobody knows exactly what time it is. Guard! Shut up. I'm doing my thing, right? No one knows. So of course other people are telling me that, hey, he did this, he shot this person or shot that person. And I said, you know what? Hey, shh. He didn't shoot anybody. Okay. This is all alleged. Now I know a lot of people are saying, why are you defending him, Gunner? He didn't even like you. He was making all these rap songs about you. None of that mattered. Hey, I took it with a grain of salt and laughed. You think I care about some rap diss record? I ain't no fucking rapper, homie. I don't care about disrespecting rappers and rappers trying to disrespect me. None of that shit meant nothing to me. You know what I care about? I care about speaking the real and being a real man. I don't care about what people think about me. I care about what my family and I think about myself. That's what matters to me the most. I didn't care and I don't care now. But what I do care about is I hope that this man gets everything that he has coming as far as we need to send him a prayer. He's going through a cycle, man. For those of you that didn't pay attention to what Flacco had going on, and I myself was very critical of a lot of things he said, at the end of the day, I still know what it was all about. I still understand where he was coming from. He just wanted to do his thing. But this YouTube rabbit hole, this motherfucking vicious cycle that you get caught up in can be an ugly situation. You start saying things and going live and woofing on a lot of people and it starts to become redundant. You start to become Pigpen with a fucking cloud of dust over your head, right? You start to get looked at and people are analyzing you and they're analyzing other people you're speaking on and it just gets ugly fast. Okay? People need to understand that there's real life and there's YouTube life. And when you do too much on YouTube, it starts to affect your real life. Now, whatever this guy was going through, whatever drugs people are saying that he was on, I'm not here to speak on that. I could care less. One thing I know for sure is that's that man's business. And no one, and I mean no one, should be assisting law enforcement in catching that man or hurting that man or hindering that man on whatever he wants to do. Okay? I guess he turned himself in. Was that the correct thing to do? If you're innocent and you want to clear your name, that's absolutely the next move. That's your best move. You do that move wearing power shower shoes, right? That's what you do. Okay? Whatever that man's business is, I'm sure he'll be the man enough to take care of it. Now, I've seen a lot of different things said. Oh, he's a real one. He really did this. No. Our prayer shouldn't only be with that man. Our prayer should be with everyone caught up in that whole incident. There were 2 people that were shot, allegedly, right? Our prayer should be with them that they heal fast. We don't know exactly what was going on behind closed doors. We don't even know the victims' names. People were alleging it was this person or his family or that person without really knowing. Just basing it off what a detective said, just basing it off what the newscaster, the news reporter said, or the neighbors, the nosy neighbors next door. Nobody knew or knows exactly what that case entails and what led up to it. People automatically assume Flacco was the alleged perpetrator in this. Who says he was? The reporter? Nah, man, he was just wanted for questioning. You know, no one knows for sure. People say things all the time. They smell people's name up all the time. It's those that are susceptible to running with it is how the news gets spread fast and how the bullshit gets spread fast. I say Flacco needs our prayers. Not only because of this alleged incident and what he's going through right now, because as a man trying to have a family and me understanding where he's coming from, I remember back. See, I've had the privilege of kicking it with Flacco. I said privilege. Maybe I shouldn't use the word privilege. To what degree of word privilege? Or maybe I should just say I've kicked it with the man in real life. And the content of his character that he displayed to me was that of a homeboy, a homie, a friend, right? Never came off aggressive or crazy or stupid. Was pretty intelligent in his words and his ways that he's saying. And no, for those of you that are going to make videos, I'm not scared of Flacco, so I'm not doing this to butter him up. Listen, man, you got me fucked up, right? We kicked it. And I remember back to the old times, the conversations we had, him calling me at 1 or 2. No, I thought 1 or 2 in the morning was pretty late or pretty early, depending on how you feel, right? But he would call me and I would always answer, you know, back then. And all I tried to give him was advice in his relationship, advice in his life, and do things because I understand that YouTube can get you spiraling out of control. It can really get to your head. It starts getting you to question your own motivations, your own things that you got going on, your own homeboys, your own friends. You start to question who everyone's out to get me. You know what I mean? People are tripping because everyone's always got something to say. It could be Vatos you talked to a week ago who sent you a text. Oh man, that was a great video you did. Next thing you know, they flip it and they're talking about that same video you did after they text you talking about that was a good video. People act in mysterious ways, or they do it for clout, or they do it for views. There's a lot of different ways to motivate, or things that motivate people. The bag, the I'm cool, you know, the I'm active, the whatever they want to think they are. But in real life, man, what should really be motivating them is their shit bag, their kid, or whatever. That's what should be motivating them, right? Not fucking talking about other people after they just text them the other day talking about everything was cool. It's crazy. Now, when it comes to Flacco, I'm going to say a prayer for him and a prayer for the victims in this situation, a prayer for his family. Because I've always wanted nothing more but the best for everybody on YouTube. I've always wanted everyone to come up and everyone to get exactly what they wanted. For whatever motivated them, if it was for views or likes or clout or money, I wanted you to have that. I never hindered no one. Never disrespected anyone that didn't disrespect me. I never had nothing to say unless someone has something to say about me first. And then I fought back. I don't have a victim mentality. You know, I know a lot of people like to say a lot of times that Flacco played the victim role or he had a victim mentality. Hey, that's for you to decipher. That's for you to say that. One thing I always said was, I remember back when he was good, when we were good. Okay? And for that, I say he needs a prayer. As a human being, as a person, you know, he's lived that lifestyle like we lived that lifestyle. A lot of us went through a lot of the bumpy roads, went through a lot of the bullshit, right? Didn't have everything we wanted. He might have had more than us. Shit, that about had a 5-bedroom home in the end there, huh? Better than I got. But I ain't mad at him, man. I was happy when he bought that home. I was happy when he got married. You know, a lot of you guys don't know this, but I was one of the first people Flacco told he was going to propose and get married. Oh, you didn't know that? Trip out. Cholo trucker fight, man. We're fighting. We're at the after party at Big Joe's house. We're having a good time. North and South, everybody kicking it. It wasn't a North and South situation, but there was vatos from the North and vatos from the South there. Whether they were active, non-active, choose to be active that day, proactive, Jerry curl activator, whatever it was, there was a whole bunch of people there having a good time. Eating carnitas, arroz, frijoles, eating tortillas. We were all having a good time, drinking modelos like a motherfucker, right? Taking pictures and enjoying ourselves. And Flacco pulled me to the side and said, hey, I'm going to go get married right now. I said, stop it, fool, right? That was our conversation. That's how I talked to him. Stop it. He said, no, for reals, we're going to go to Vegas and get married. I said, do your thing then, bro. You know, I said, just know what you're getting into, you know, and if you know the woman and you love her like you say you do your thing. And he did that. He dropped his live and he got married and everybody acted all shocked. I already knew, though. You know, I was like, oh, shit, he got married. I already knew. It's what you do to people that you trust. See, there was a trust factor there a long time ago between me and him. And somewhere along the line, wires got crossed, things got said, and I'm not gonna sit here and act like I didn't participate in that, because at sometimes, you know, I thought he was trolling me. Some of the things he has said upsetted me, and so I would fight back and I would talk shit, and it would go back and forth, and that wasn't man shit, that was kid shit, man. And I grew up, and I decided, man, I didn't want to go that route anymore. I wanted to stop the back and forth. I was always just a phone call away, and believe me, those phone calls took place. You know, it would trip me out when I see Flacco spiraling out of control. And I'm not here to say he was on drugs, or I'm not here to say it was scontent. I'm not here to say whatever was going on with his life was affecting him. But when someone is spiraling out of control, it's very visible. You could see it. And I would call him and be like, hey, bro, what's your trip? What are you tripping on? What's your problem? You got issues, man. Stop it. And some of those things, he would heed the word and take his videos down and be like, yeah, you're right. And sometimes it'd be like, oh, yeah, no, it's all good. It's for views, or yeah, it's good in the hood, or whatever. And then the next day I get another rap fucking song made about me. There was plenty of times that he had issues between himself and other channels that I try to be the mediator and dispel shit. But you ain't gonna hear that, though. You're only gonna hear the bullshit and the babas. That's all you're gonna hear. You don't hear the real. Now, back when I first met Flacco, you know, I didn't know nothing about his past or his history or none of that. You know, I judge a man by the content of their character, how they act with me, you know, and when they're around me. And like I said, he was always cool. Now, later on down the line, I seen some things that I didn't quite agree with, or I didn't want to participate with, and I distanced myself. Not from a friendship, but I distanced myself from being around birds of a feather flock together. I distanced myself from being around all the drama and the mess that was taking place. I didn't want to participate in that. Didn't mean I wasn't backing his play. Didn't mean I wasn't backing up other people's play. But when I fuck with a whole gag or a group of individuals and the inner fighting and there's a lot going on, I'm going to back up off of it. Yeah, I had things to say. When the motherfucker disrespected me, I disrespected him right on back. Believe that, right? But believe this, when I tell you I didn't like it, deep down in the jungles, way in the back, right, I would think to myself, damn, this ain't cool. This is making us all look like poop butts here on YouTube. And I didn't enjoy it. So now fast forward, whatever was said was water under the bridge to me. All these little rap song and rap diss and whatever, I just, like I said, I laughed about it. Orale, Flacco is a rapper now, right? It was what it was. I wasn't going to go back and forth and disrespect this man. If I needed to, I could pick up the phone and call him and say, what the fuck is going on, bro? And believe I did on several occasions. There's other people that could attest to that. And every time it was like, no, bro, because of this. It was some more paranoia and just different shit that I didn't agree with. And I said, whatever, man. You know, it's best if I just keep your name out of my mouth. Please keep my name out of your mouth, and let's just do it pushing. Orale, push your T, pushing P. Let's just do that. When I seen this stuff happening with Flacco and this case that he's allegedly caught up in, my heart hurt for him. I was sad for him. I was like, damn, you know, he has a son. He has a family, a baby mama, a mother, a brother, you know, family that I'm sure that care about him. You know, they care about him no matter what his history or his past may be. They love him no matter what, unconditionally. You know, when I look at him, I think of his son, and I know he loves his father unconditionally. See, I've been around them together. I've seen the father's love for his son. I've seen that. And that's why I say prayers, not only for Flacco and what he's going through, but for his familia and for the victims and their families. See, nobody in this situation, it's not a good look for nobody. It's not a good look for anyone. Everyone's lives changed because of this alleged incident. But before people go jumping the guns and pointing fingers and talking about all the drama and, hey, I seen this coming and Flacco did this. Who said fucking Flacco did anything, man? He's caught up in some drama that I'm sure as a man he can find himself up out of. Or maybe he won't. But my prayers are with him, man. That's all I can do for him. I hope no matter what he said about me or how he felt about me, I don't care. I can only speak for me. And I said my prayers is with him and everyone involved in this alleged case. Now, like they said, he turned himself in. That's the right thing to do. That's the smooth thing to do. You know, you got to get your mind right so you can shine right. You know, people don't understand what people are going through. They don't understand the situations and how you can find yourself depressed or having anxiety, or there's a lot of things that are going on in this world that are affecting people and we don't even know about. They can jump all up on a live in front of the camera and act all cool, and they could be sick. They could be in the hospital. They could be going through their own motions. You know, sometimes when you ask for hate or you spew hate, hate comes in like karma and bites you in the nalgas, and then look where you're at. That's why I choose to just step back and not really fucking feed into that hate or spit that. That's why I don't go live as much. I'm not sitting there and going to argue with trolls and people that don't like me anyways. I can't convince them otherwise, and they can't convince me otherwise. There's no fucking convincing going on here. Menudo. And that's just what it's going to be with me. I'm going to do me, and I'm going to let the other people do them. And we're going to figure out at the end, when the volcano erupts, who's the motherfucker able to divert the lava. That's just it, because it gets hot. That's it. It gets very hot. Now, I've been called everything from a wannabe Southsider to a fucking PC to a dropout to a punk to a rat to a chomo to a snitch to everything. I've been called everything in the book. But motherfuckers can't read, right? I've been called everything, and it doesn't affect me. What it does is make me shake my head. Oh my God, right? Shaking my head. SMH, right? That's all it does. Now, when it comes to Flacco, we had a turbulent situation amongst us. We had a situation where there was people calling each other people out and this and that, and then conversations, and then it was dead, and then shit got taken down and put back. I don't know. Like I said, I didn't know where his mind was at this time. But all I ever tried to do was increase the peace. All I ever tried to do was motivate him and help him. Because I cared more about what he had going on outside of YouTube rather than what he was doing on YouTube. That's facts and truth. You know? Whatever was said on YouTube is fantasy land. It's entertainment. It's the YouTube yarda, you know? Oh, this is the YouTube yard. Fuck the YouTube yard. Straight up. All I care about is the people that are in this yard being manipulated, man. I'm trying to say Spencer. Come on, come back over here. It ain't that serious. Am I always in the best man to speak the real? Nah, not always. It's entertainment. I say you choose to rock with who you rock with, and that's cool. I'll never tell you to choose and pick sides and do all that. That's not me. I'll just say, man, hear everyone out and then go with what you flow. You know, flow how you go. That's it. Anyways, with Flacco, he needs our prayers. Why? If you don't like a man of his stature, if you don't like his past, if you don't like his situation, that's fine. You know, if you choose just to stay up out of it, that's absolutely fine. That's what I've chosen up to this point. But I'm at a point now where I say, man, this man really needs the prayers of the people. Everyone that supported him in the past, everyone that sat back and listened to his stories, everyone that was entertained, you know, because he's going through some things. And anyone that knows the law knows, man, you know, when they're alleging things and putting things on your plate, man, it's not a good look. It's not cool. You know, I've seen a lot of people make videos and they're quick to capitalize off, you know, what was going on and oh, guess what? A YouTuber got locked up. You know, I know that when Snoop got locked up, I did a video on it. I was like, damn, you know, I didn't see this one coming. And the same thing with Flacco, but I could tell you this, man, I seen a situation coming. I didn't see this particular situation, and I can't tell you if he was even involved in this situation. But because his name is brought up, you know, I seen something like this that definitely could have took place, man, but I hope it didn't. All I can say is my prayers are with him, his family, and the victims' families, and I hope that everybody opens up your eyes. This shit could happen at any time. Shit gets real out here. YouTube is starting to spill over to the streets. It's starting to become real. What's said in the dark will come to the light. You know, if you want to be entertained, go find Bigfoot. You know, if you want to hear some war stories, come find Gunners Collective, Dubs, and all the rest of these channels. If you want to be real, man, then be real. No one can do it for you. So here, me, Gunners Collective, I'm saying this. No matter what rap video, no matter what Flacco said, we don't know the specifics of the case, and people need to stop speaking on his case because they're going to use everything you're fucking saying on YouTube to try to hurt that man and bring that man down and to defecate on his character and the character of the victims. So stop it. People making up frivolous lies and oh, it was his wife or it was this person or it was that person. Nobody even fucking knows who it was. Or was it this gone bad or that gone bad? No, the only thing bad is fucking putting a 10 to the 2 on it, 10 to 2, 10 to 2 on it, and basically giving the investigators avenues and alleys to look in. Ugly situation. With that being said, gente, my prayers are with everyone in this situation. And that's real. Like it if you do or don't like it. It's just the way I feel about it. With that being said, I hope that you move smooth with a purpose, get everything that you want coming to you. Remember, at the end of the day, I ain't got to like a person, agree with the person, love a person, or nothing to say I feel sorry for a person. And that's just what it is. Thumbs up or thumbs down. Heavy's going to be the head that wears the crown. See, I'm going to continue to strive and struggle like Slowby did, right? Up into the very end. And that's just what it is, my friend. This is the gun. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. Now what I need to do is get back to some of my old shit. And I am, and they'll be sorry. The gun. Bang, bang.